Yo, what's up world? It's your boy Philochko here, and today I'm going to give a quick lesson on a basic difference between using until and before. Because today I received a message that said, Philochko, please send me the message until the day is over. Please send me the message until the day is over. And I was like, send the message until the day is over? I have to send you a message for the whole day? That is what I was thinking, but of course that's not what she meant. She meant to use before, and I will explain to you why by using a different sentence. So let's get to this. I am in Moscow, and I will be here for some time, but at a certain point in the future, I will be back at my home, which is New York City. But right now, I am in Moscow, and this is a fact, and I will be back in New York City soon. Not sure when, but it is also a fact. So, if I wanted to meet with you, I can say one of two things. I could say, using these words, I could say, see me before I go back to New York. See me before I go back to New York. I could also say, see me until I go back to New York. See me until I go back to New York. Now, what is the difference between these two sentences? And the difference is huge. Do you know it? Well, if not, I'm going to teach you. Now, if I were to say, see me before I go back to New York, that means I want you to see me at least once. At least one time. And not just at least one time, I want you to see me prior to the point in which I go back to New York. I want you to see me before it even starts happening. I want you to see me before I'm on the plane. I want you to see me once. It could be 1 second, it could be 2 seconds, it could be one time, maybe 2 times, but I want to do it at least one time. But what if I were to say, see me until I go back to New York? Well, that means I want you to be with me the whole entire time I am here in Moscow until I get on the airplane. I want you to be with me that whole time or the majority of the time. So when you're using sentences like this, when you're using before, it's at least once, and when you're using until, it's the whole time until the new event starts. And this is one basic understanding of it. Now, there's other ways you could use it. So let's talk about when something's already in progress. One thing we know for sure is, I am right here in Moscow. So here are 2 sentences. Hey, stay in Moscow before I see you. Or, stay in Moscow until I see you. Which one of these make absolutely no sense? Well, the one that makes no sense is, stay in Moscow before I see you. It would have to be, stay in Moscow until I see you. When you're speaking about an action that is already in progress, you always want to use until, especially when there's another point involved. So for example, right now I am speaking until the video is over because I'm already doing it. So you cannot tell me, Philochko, speak before the video is over. No, I've been speaking this whole time. So you have to say, continue doing it. Speak until the video is over. And that's another difference between until and before. Now, one more before I go, I want to teach you the differences when you're using them with negative, like saying do not do this or don't do that, something like that. Let's get to it. Okay, let's take these 2 sentences. Do not leave before Dad gets home. Do not leave before Dad gets home. Sounds like it makes sense? Yeah, sounds good. But what about this one? Do not leave until Dad gets home. Do not leave until Dad gets home. Are they different? Before and until in this case? Well, they are the same. They mean the same exact thing. Do not leave before Dad gets home and do not leave until Dad gets home. They both mean the same exact thing. They're both saying do not start an action until this event occurs. Both of the actions are do not leave home. And both of the events are until Dad gets home. So you can use this in another example. Let's say, do not say a bad word until Monday. Do not say a bad word before Monday. Same exact thing. Soon as Monday occurs, you're able to say the bad word. Same thing. Now, one more thing before I go. When you're doing an action to cause another action, you have to use until. For example, let's say I was feeling really bad. I was very sad and you could help me. You could say, Filochko, I will give you a kiss until you feel better. And yes, you can say that. That makes perfect sense. That means you're kissing me until the point that I feel better, and then as soon as I feel better, you will stop. But if you were to say, Filochko, I want to kiss you before you get better. If you want to kiss me before I get better, that means you want to kiss me while I am sick. Not to make me better, you just want to do it while I am sick. And you're basically saying, once I'm better, you won't give me a kiss. Which is pretty mean. And so there's the end of the episode. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you learned new stuff. Be sure to add me, vk.com/Filochko. That's me. And subscribe to my YouTube page to see all my videos. I know this was a serious lesson. It wasn't very crazy. I wasn't acting stupid. But this is something that a lot of people make a mistake on. Even people who are really good at English, they make this mistake constantly. So I wanted to explain it the best way I could. And man, I really hope you got it, right? I'm out. I'm going to be out of here before I die. You know, Moscow is crazy. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I'm going to be here before it's too late. You know, it's crazy, you know, until they change their minds.